is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, everybody.
Do you know who you are?
No, I don't think I've ever started with hi, everybody. And it threw me for a loop. Hi, I'm Brandon. I love The Way Home.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I watched The Way Home.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dan, and I despise The Way Home, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, man.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
We're only, what are we, how many episodes?
After this one,
3.
after we have 3 more to watch and record.
No, but how
after
many
this.
episodes have we done, Dan, over the year? Are we
So-
over
well,
1,500
Including the classics,
Oh.
we're at over 1,700.
Okay.
Currently 1,735 published episodes. Now, some of those are best ofs and replays. I would say
I got to be over 100 probably by now.
Oh,
right?
for
One
sure.
thing.
37 of these, 10 rides. That's 47 right there.
Oh, and then all the movies.
Yeah, 10
the
Star
night-
Wars, or 11 Star Wars, 10 Fast and Furious. So that's 20 something. You're at 60
We're
right
at
there.
19 Avengers now, right? Or
19.
18?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
over
that'll-
100. You're
I
over 100.
must because I've done a lot of Christmas stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you're over. Up TV beat. You're,
That's
you're-
true.
Man, that was,
Yeah.
That was at 9. That was 10. Was it 10?
Saving
It
the
ended up being
Christmas
10?
range.
I don't remember.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
can't wait for more.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it.
It's gonna be really exciting.
If I offer you the upbeat again, will you just say yes?
Oh yeah, I'll do it. I listen, man. I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like,
man. Yeah, man. He said, yeah, man, too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He,
man.
yeah, man, too much.
I would do it again.
I mean, I think we'll probably will do it.
I mean, I feel like you have to. No.
Yeah. The next step is doing all the lifetimes with Patrick.
Yeah, I think the problem is if a Hallmark ever decides to juice back up, I think we're in trouble.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking about that
Last
the other
season-
day.
Last year
They're
was
not
the
going to
gold
do
year.
that though, right?
no, if
They're
they
not-
keep it in the 20s, then what we did was really nice
Yeah, it was
we
great.
the up was
Had a great
fantastic.
time.
You know, usually you can get screeners quicker for the ups and the lifetimes. So
Yeah, we knocked out those in like a day.
oh, it was
awesome.
fantastic. It was great.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone even noticed. All right, we're talking about The Way Home, episode 7 today of
You
season
need to
4,
do
of
a
course.
correction corner for last week's episode.
Yeah, I was wrong about the title.
It was Sir, That's My Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sir, That's My Baby. Not
Sir, that's my baby.
Yeah, it's from the 1920s.
So my fault. I
Yeah.
just Googled the wrong thing. That's on me. But I do know this one. This is Working My Way Back to You.
Way back to you.
Shall we dive into it?
Let's do it.
Dive into that pond. Originally came out on May 31st, 2026. You remember May?
I do. What a
What a
time,
month.
man. It's June now. You know what I mean?
It sure is. And it went a little something like this. The episode starts with a flashback to where Casey and Sam meet for the first time. Casey walks up to Sam, who's playing chess.
Here's my masterpiece barbecue recipe.
Yeah, beats him pretty quickly, and then tells about how they met in the future. And apparently, Sam told Casey, "Anytime, anywhere, you come to me for help."
Whenever.
And Casey took that literally, including the past. Because apparently Casey knows Sam, Casey knows Del, and they ask if he can help with some legal advice for how to save Del's farm. Sam picks up on the fact that Casey knows both Del and Sam in the future, and what he takes from all of this is like, well, so you're saying there's a chance. You're saying that I have a chance with this lady, and is quite excited about that. And cut to present day, Casey finds Sam at the same chess table, and Sam says, "So much for that future you promised me," because remember, Del's currently mad at Sam, or they're not talking or whatever. And Casey tells him, "Just because you know your future doesn't mean you shouldn't fight for it. You gotta fight
For your
right to be with Del."
future.
In the 20s, Tessa's not happy. She tells Kat, "You've messed up my entire operation with Capone." Elliot comes downstairs. He's finally woken up. And Kat goes to check on him. Fern is apparently also in on this whole operation. Kat tells Fern that she doesn't have to go along with things. And Fern's like, silly kitty cat. Elliot and Tessa take a walk down to the pond. He tries to hash things out, and she's like, I don't have time for this. Capone's waiting. You and Kat have ruined everything. People rely on me here. And Elliot's like, but what about me? I rely on you. Elliot is like, why'd you do it? Why'd you leave me like Moses' mom? Okay. And she says she thought that it was the right choice at the time. Sam and Del hang out, and she thanks him for saving her in the cornfield. And Del's like, anything else you want to talk about? And or Sam's like, anything else you want to talk about? And Del's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not sure how much this actually matters, but Cliff and Fern kiss as Kat watches on. So apparently they have a little thing going on. She goes to find Elliot down by the pond, down by the corner, out in the street. Kat says it is time to go, but Elliot is like, right when she's about to jump, he's like, wait. And then, did she...
That's a really important detail, Bran. Thank you for saying that.
Did she jump without him? Did he purposely stay back? Who knows?
Who could possibly know?
Kat ends up coming out, not in the present, but in 1979. And old Fern says, just give your boy some time with his mom, okay? Also, us Landry women are cursed in love. Have a good day. Alice sees KC again and is like, I took your advice. I've deferred my acceptance. I'm staying home. And Casey's like, how did you get that from what I said? But whatever. Casey joins them all for dinner, and Alice tells them that she's not going to college. It doesn't go well. Casey runs to the pond, but before jumping, they tell Alice that they wanted to just have some fun before everything changed. And Alice is like, what's changing?
I already did my
We should
last
go on
day
a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Alice jumps into the pond, hoping to follow, but just ends up back in 1979, or should I say almost 1980. It's New Year's Eve. Griff is back in town. Alice watches as Colton and Del are still struggling with not being able to start a family yet. Alice then sees her mom show up in yet another reel from the past. This one is from the 70s and 1974. Evan is like, oh, I know her. She's the white witch that saved me from drowning as a kid. Tessa comes into Ring in the New Year. In present day, a piano repairman comes to fix that sticky key. It's happening, guys.
Oh, we did it.
They brought it back. Jacob and Abby are spending a lot of time together, and she's really digging him despite him just talking about things like, how about that dirt? Turns out it was a note that was stuck to that piano key.
It's a note. I couldn't
a note on that note. Yeah. It is the opening page from the Alice book that Tessa gave to Fern, and on the back of it is a letter from Cliff to Fern about how he loves her. Could Cliff be Colton's grandfather? That's a question. Del remembers... Del remembers that she told Sam that she loved him when he found her in the cornfield. So maybe I should go talk to him about that. Jacob and Abby kiss. Then Del and Sam kiss. And they both say that they love each other. Kat keeps trying to jump in the pond, but the pond won't take her. She finds out that Elliot requested a sabbatical at work. Then she finds all of Elliot's newspaper clippings, and then she finds one that includes a picture of Elliot in the 20s, calling him the big fish and going by the name Tom Buchanan, which begs the question, did he stay back on purpose? Was this all premeditated? Answer, you betcha. And that, my friends, was The Way Home, Season 4, Episode 7. Working my way back to you,
babe. We did it.
Did it.
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
Ryan's reaction was everything I needed there. Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a... he's mad.
Yeah, no, I am too.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and share our thoughts on this here on Deck the Hallmark. Are you in the big fish?
Are you sitting in the belly of a world gone mad?
Welcome back.
FFH, everybody.
Dan and I worked on that all night.
Yeah.
It's time for us to share our thoughts on episode 7 of season 4 of The Way Home. Only 3 more episodes left after this, if you can believe it. Let's share our thoughts on it. I'll start with you, Rye Guy. Hot take. You liked it?
Yeah, I loved it. It was a good episode. No, listen, man, like I was going to just bring up the end at the end, but you just finishing that off, like they don't show Elliot after he stays back, right? And the whole episode builds to this big reveal of Kat thinking that maybe he stayed back on purpose, or at least like the whole episode is telling us that she thinks she left him behind, but we know the whole time that that's not what happened. And so like the whole episode was like the big reveal last week was silly with Capone and everything, but at least that was a reveal, right? Whereas this episode gives us the information. They don't show us Elliot in the newspaper, but by and large, we understood what happened.
And then dares us to think otherwise.
Yeah, and the show has done this several times.
The big reveal is that he's the big fish. Okay?
Right, yeah.
Tom Buchanan.
He's Hootie. It just that really annoyed me, and all of this really annoys me. It's just hard to make heads or tails of most of this at this point. Maybe this is where I'm stupid, and so I would love for either of you. Maybe I'm just not paying.
You're not
attention.
stupid, right?
Well, the Sam and KC stuff I actually thought was interesting, but I'm not exactly sure I'm following it. And so
the problem is that whole thing is done. Like what happened in KC and Sam is KC told Sam that he would end up with Del, and basically in exchange for his help in the past. And then when he questions them on that, Casey's like, you still got to fight for it. And then Sam does end up with Del. Scene. That's it.
Yeah. And so, because the one big thread from last season that I was at least intrigued on is the season ends last season with them kind of foreshadowing that Sam is either a time traveler or all-knowing. And so now...
No, he's just getting information from Casey.
Exactly. It's kind of like...
the worst.
So for as intrigued as I was by that, and for as interesting as I thought these scenes... The only interesting thing of the episode were those scenes. That was like one of the few things I cared about.
I will say it's not completely tied up though, because Sam, after getting back together with Del, does tell Case, I need to tell her everything. Talking about Del. I need to tell Del everything. So
that I've been getting this information.
There is still
he's got to close that circle with Del.
That's not interesting.
You think it's just, hey, I got this. You don't think there's anything
like
else?
I've been talking with Casey. Casey's from the future. Casey let me know all of these things. That is okay. Just as per usual in this show, Del's out of the loop.
Yeah, but also like they yada through that. Like
yes,
like I could make the argument that Sam actually is having that information and weaponizing it is an interesting idea.
It's the same reason we thought Elliot could be a villain is because he was the one guy in the 90s that knows about time travel. Once again, in the first season, he knows that they're from the future.
Yeah.
Right. And so,
it's like knowing what's in haggis and not telling somebody.
You get it. You understand.
Yeah.
You still
it's like getting tomorrow's newspaper today.
Amen.
Like, yeah, that's actually a good idea for a show. Brad, write that one down.
Yeah.
Retweet. And listen, maybe the scene where Sam tells Del will wow me, right? And I'll be like, oh, cool. They kind of paid that off. But like for my expectations of what that could be, and I didn't even necessarily hate how they did it, but they also just yada through it.
And you would also agree that he is 100% not nefarious now. Yeah, there's no chance where he's nefarious.
I think the scene with Del or the episode with Del will be like, well, that was kind of screwed up that you knew. But even then, I don't have faith in them landing that plane because they very seldom land the plane. All the scenes with Jacob and TK, again, just so much on the show is forced and half baked. And Dan, to your point from last week,
TK?
I think it was isn't not TK. Oh, KC, excuse me. TK is what I put when I am leaving a blank space. That's a newsroom thing.
I'll write your name.
Yeah. Jacob, and so I'm guessing that was going to be
Casey.
Yeah. And I feel bad for the dude who plays Jacob. For all I know, he's a really talented actor, but the material is just so bad.
It's not good.
It's just so bad. The whole show, I don't want to, I'm gonna borrow Alonzo's phrase, but twist it a little bit. If you like, the whole show is like, you guys ever have a banana? You guys have eaten a banana?
Yep.
Nobody ever wants a second.
Nobody
banana.
ever wants a second banana. Yep.
This show is the fourth banana.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, season 1 was the banana, and everything else since. I just like, there was a
It's a
few
great
interesting.
analogy.
Yeah, there was a few interesting things here, Bran. But overall, I was stuffed years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just not good. It's just not good.
Yep. Yeah, I don't disagree. This was a bit of a bummer of an episode.
Yeah.
Especially since I was kind of high on last week's episode. I feel like I'm getting whiplash this season.
Yep.
Like I'll be back in, and then like just stuff will happen. Everything that I want them to do, they don't do. And then I one thing that I do want to bring up, I was right. Obviously, I think it's clear I was right about Colton being hoarse. If you remember, another theory that I had was that the dirt. Remember the dirt?
Yep.
The dirt.
That was last year's thing.
Yeah.
The dirt
Could be
could
magic.
be back.
Yeah.
The dirt could be magic because
God, if the dirt is magic and Colton is horse, this is the dumbest show of all time, and I'm so excited.
Yeah.
him picking
all we have,
that-
really.
like he
Yeah, that's all
literally
we have.
has a whole conversation about the dirt.
Yeah, hold the dirt in your hands.
Hold the dirt in
It'll
your
change your life.
So just something to chew on.
And that conversation, I want to be clear, since I've got wait what's, I don't need it. Is this dirt is not good. It's very tough to farm, but we did it anyway.
Yeah.
And we should continue to struggle instead of trying something different. We should continue to struggle.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
If I'm right about everything, the show's not good.
Because I want to be clear, these are joke theories we did when we were bored.
Bran was kind of serious about Colton is horse.
Colton is horse.
but-
Scott, you were half serious.
All of my theories are
Yeah.
partially serious.
Yeah.
Dan?
Yeah. So if last week's episode was there was so much food and none of it's good, this episode is just sparse on things. The last episode at least was overstuffed. This episode feels as though it has nowhere to be in all day to get there. So much so that the cliffhanger is just fundamentally not a cliffhanger.
We already knew.
We already knew. We already knew.
But we didn't know he was the big fish. I
Who
think you guys are missing
cares?
out.
But also, Elliot and Kat have no chemistry now, and it's weird that we're actively trying to make it seem as though there's something else getting between them, and we should want them together. Sam,
I have something about that in my feels.
Sam being a good guy is just not a shocker. But really, this boils down to how furious I am with how they've handled time travel. In this episode, it is revealed that Casey has been letting Sam know the future. Great, no problem. That's fine. If that's the rule, that's the rule. I don't care. You can let people know the future. But Casey then also reiterates something very, very unfortunate in this episode. She says, we know, this is exact word for word. I'm not paraphrasing. We know that what happens will always happen. This show has continued to lean on, you cannot change the past. Well, that is real tough because every time they travel back in time, they are operating in a sense in changing the past, but we are to believe that that is what will have always happened all the time, which means so much of this is so very, very fruitless. If we know there is only one possible outcome and all of this is predetermined, always, 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 and whatever they decide to do was going to happen. Sam not fighting for Del and then fighting for Del was going to happen. Alice doing the dumb scavenger hunt was going to happen. Tess becoming Al Capone's Canadian henchman was going to. If we know all of this can't be changed and was bound to be the story that was told and the timeline is unchangeable and immutable, this show is pointless. It's just pointless. Tell everybody their future. It doesn't matter. Tell them the future. Help them now because that's what you were going to do anyway. And for Casey to go back and barter the future for help with legal documents that also helps in the past, which is also the thing they were going to do anyway, and Sam was going to wind up with Del anyway, then why are we being mysterious about any of it? And so this is an episode where very little happens, and unfortunately, they reiterate the giant problem with the show that takes a lot of the mystery out when we know there's only one possible timeline that cannot be changed. And that is the box they've painted themselves in, and they've not handled it with any aplomb. They've not handled it deftly at all. They've just fell in their face.
Not a plum.
He talked about a banana. I can talk about a plum.
No,
right?
absolutely. Let's apple our way to all the field, shall we?
Nicely done.
Aren't
you glad I didn't say banana?
Yeah.
Right guy, any feels?
Yeah, there's some really good covers of Old Lang Syne throughout the years. There's a really good one in Dash and Lily. Leah Michelle, as
Shout out to
controversial as
Dash
she
and
may
Lily.
be. She has a really good one. I love Dan Fogelberg's Same Old Lang Syne. Backstreet Boys covered that. It was
I
really cool.
actively hate that song.
Same Old Lang Syne?
I actively hate it.
Oh, I really like it.
Wow. My old lover in the grocery store. Nothing.
On Christmas Day.
I will grin and bear through most Christmas. I just don't think it's a Christmas song.
Oh, I think it's beautiful. But again, but that's not what we're here to talk about. This Old Lang Syne was not a slapper. It's the best I could do, Brad.
Okay.
I didn't like the episode.
I had a feels throughout this season. My feels was I think that there is a chance that Kat and Elliot don't end up together because she clearly just doesn't like him.
She doesn't want to be near
Even
him.
like last week's big kiss,
Ugh.
afterwards she seemed uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like all the signs are pointing to these two should not get together. He still wants kids.
Yeah.
Like all the signs are
Oh
pointing
yeah, I wonder
to,
if we get back to that.
No, I don't know how.
all the signs are pointing to them not getting together. And then this episode kind of ruined. Like she in this episode is clearly very worried about him, clearly loves him, and that's maybe because he's not in the room with her, but anytime they're in the same room, actively hates him. But I do feel like they're probably gonna end up together in that book.
Yeah, they are.
That's a
I
tough
have
one. All the Old Lang signs are pointing to it.
nicely done. I have an actual feel. We see very late in this episode that in the 70s they retained that film reel that we thought was thrown away, and it's placed in a box. Did you happen to notice what else was in that box?
I did not.
A flyer.
What's in the box?
A flyer for what I believe to be the first lobster social.
Oh wow! That's all. I mean, at least I was thinking. I'm not joking. I was thinking during this episode. I was like, "Dag nabbit, we didn't even get a lobster social in the final."
And the lobster social is alive and well. We see the origins of the lobster social. They bring these lobsters together to a speed date or just have a cocktail, and I love that for the lobsters. And I was happy to see that the tradition had
all of
continued
our
forward.
theories are coming up aces.
That's right.
This year.
Hello
I think
there.
that's good. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to the way what and the what the Hallmark. I'm sorry, sink or swim here on
Deck the Hallmark. Welcome back. Clamp to you.
I think the show peaked in season 1 when we were featured heavily.
My tail's getting a little warm. We're not in water, are we?
What's? It's where we talk about what in this episode made us go away. What? I'll start with you, right guy.
Yeah, Evelyn says, "Alice, you haven't aged a day. It seems they film the episodes every couple days. They all look exactly. What a stupid line.
So
Evelyn looks this. Young Colton looks the same. Evelyn looks the same. The dude who always offers them the milkshakes looks the same. They all look the same because it's not real. They film the show every couple days. It's and they're not using prosthetics.
No.
They all look the same.
Yes. The same. Yes.
It's fake.
Yeah, it's not real.
Whoa, it's still real to me.
And another other one. This one even made me more mad. Alice, they go out of their way. We talked whether it was earlier this episode or last week about like out of the unnecessary things they go out of their way to do on the show, but they didn't tell us about Elliot's clothes, even though that one was kind of clever. It also made everything else they've done with the jeans stupid, but neither here nor there. But there was this truly pointless scene in the first episode this season where they gift Alice a car, even though she's not going to need it.
No.
And she goes, I can't drive to New York. They're out there. Kat and Elliot are time traveling. I don't have a ride. What? They gave her a car.
Literally gave you a car. Literally gave you a means of
And
transportation.
they gave her a car, and they said,
Oh
you'll
my
have
God.
this 4 years from
Oh.
now when you get back. And now I get it. Somebody's going, well, Ryan, that's not the point. She doesn't want to go to New York because she's nervous about leaving home.
But don't say the other thing.
In bad excuse land, this so dumb. It's fake.
It's fake.
It's fake. I have two, and I think both of these are pretty great. The first one is, Jacob goes to talk to Danny. You remember this conversation?
Yes.
I'm going to talk about them later.
And at one point, Danny says to Jacob, life just always works out for you. And I just want to remind Danny
Oh my God.
that Jacob was missing for 20 years.
That's right. He lived without running water or
Literally
electricity.
was
guys.
missing for 20 years. Danny doesn't know that he went back in time. He was missing for 20 years.
That's right. Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. That is not
That's
the
tough.
definition of life always working
lucky
out.
penny, this guy.
I wish I could have made my family worried sick for 20 plus years. To be you.
Yeah. Oh,
What was the excuse they gave, by the way?
I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. And then my last
Storytelling.
one. When they're talking, Kat is talking to Alice about, they get the note, right? Out of the notes, out of the piano. And it's from Cliff to Fern. And Alice says, wait, Cliff could be Colton's grandfather? It's an interesting thing to say when Colton is your so Cliff could be your great-great-grandfather. Usually, you talk about yourself.
That's right.
And you don't speak about your grandfather by his first name, talking about his potential grandfather.
Correct.
It was an interesting thing for Alice to hear this and be like, wait, Cliff could be Colton's grandfather?
It was an extra one.
Well, but also, yes, but more to you.
Correct.
Great-great-grandfather, because Colton is your... It doesn't
That's
matter.
right. Colton's your dad.
Colton's Alice's grandfather.
Alice, yes.
Colton is horse.
Colton's horse, and we know that.
So great, I guess it would be for, but it's just, it was to call
Regardless, you're 100% right. It's weird that you took a detour.
She was trying to save time. Too
genealogy.
many greats.
Yeah.
Too many greats.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Dan.
They decide they've polished up a gem of a line that is very cryptic. And they say it, I think, thrice in this episode. It is, everything is a countdown to something.
Beautiful.
That's honestly so true. Though.
What kind of reject? Semisonic was writing Closing Time, and they were like, closing time. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. We nailed it. And the way home was like, well, maybe I could use it. Let me borrow it and just make it. Everything's a countdown to something.
Everything's a countdown to something.
What in the world?
I know who.
Everything, guys, everything is not a countdown to something. And if that, furthermore, since this is my only other way, because I couldn't stop thinking about this, is if we've established that you can tell people the future, and we've also established that the pond and the time travel is limited to the folks that live there, and if you can take them, and we've established that things cannot change. They cannot change. Then we are left to believe that a group of people lived in the 1800s, the Landrys, and they lived before anyone from the future was born, but people from the future that weren't born yet still went back in time, and that's the only way it could have happened, meaning that it is like the Matthew McConaughey time is a flat circle where it's it's all connected, and basically it can't change because it's all together anyway. If that is the premise of this show, why is anyone urgent about anything? Why is anyone acting with any sort of... Why does anyone care? Settle down, have a drink.
Well, I think it's mainly because everything's a countdown to something.
Everything's a countdown to something.
We love a countdown.
For that
Yes. Yeah. Everything's a countdown to something.
The countdown to something.
Down to the next countdown.
To the next countdown.
Da-da-da-da. Another countdown. I like, yes.
Here's another one.
I
Here's
just-
another
Like,
countdown.
I will say this: that's a fine premise for time travel, I guess, but it's the worst one. Like, of all the ways to make,
It's a fun premise, I guess, but it's the worst. one.
like, if you want to make a show where you want to be surprised, or you want to have like the grand redemption that you would like everyone wants to change the past. Everyone wants to make a wrong right. If your
Everybody
premise
wants to rule
is,
the world.
if your premise is that can't happen in this show, and then that is an infallible rule, well, that's the worst version of this show. I don't know why, like, it's just the worst version of this show. To have a world where, of course, people that didn't exist yet traveled back in time to make sure that the Landry's farm continued. That's the only way it could have happened. There's no other universe where it happened. The Landrys of the past always lived with future Landrys, even though they hadn't been born yet, because that is how this works in this universe. Great explanation to solve the bootstrap paradox. Boring. It doesn't allow for any of us to get any fun guesses as to maybe we can change. Maybe things can change. The dirt sucks. It still sucks. You got to keep using it. What a terrible lesson to learn.
There's no early edition. I'll say that much.
No early edition, indeed. That's the best version.
It's the best.
You
Gosh,
get
I
it.
freaking
You and
love
the
that
big
show.
fish. Yeah.
Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Dan and I own the entire series
On DVD. Have we watched a few? Yeah, we have. Physical media, baby.
Yeah, and that
love
that song just loops on the
Loops
menu.
on the menu.
It's not
It
streaming
does.
anywhere, so we
got the DVD.
Bit the bullet.
We did.
All right, let's get to the sink or swim. Right, guy?
What's the dude who said Jacob's had a great life? What's his name? Danny. So the show's not going to do this. Clearly, they're all in on Elliot and Jacob and Abby.
Yeah.
But there is it seems as though some of these Jacob and Danny scenes, they're like hinting at romance. No?
I have not got that, but
Yeah.
Wow. You should have put that in the hot take.
Yeah. They're clearly not going there.
yeah.
But like, I don't know what the point of
Yeah.
Danny
For all
is at this
all
point.
intents and purposes, though, like Jacob's basically from the 1800s, so that would have been insane. You know,
Yeah.
he comes back from the 1800s and immediately is like, finally, I can share how I really feel about my friend Danny because it's more accepting here in the present. That would be a long journey. For
That
him,
would be
I
a
think.
long journey.
A long journey.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'd be here for it.
I mean, it would be a twist I didn't see coming.
I'd be much more interested in that than I am about him and Abby.
Ugh.
Right.
It
Yeah, you
turns
didn't even talk about that. I think that's actually who TK was in my hot take. It's Abby because I didn't know her name. But yeah, it's just a nothing burger.
Yeah.
It's a nothing burger.
Yeah, well,
It's the
exactly
unless,
right.
unless the dirt is
But
magic.
there's
Fifth
burger
banana.
on the banana.
There's a banana
Banana.
burger. Oof.
Yeah.
Unless there's dirt, the magic dirt.
Magic
we
dirt.
will.
It sucks. This dirt sucks, but it's magic. It's real bad. Like, it's bad. You can't plant anything unless you try really, really hard. Like, it's not good,
Yeah.
but it's great.
I'm counting down to it.
Yeah, 100%. I am going to swim at a Del and Sam wedding to end the season.
All right.
Not an Elliot and Kat wedding, but the couple that we're all
If
cheering
Colton is
for.
horse, she can't marry Sam, right?
Not if Colton as a horse
Gives his blessing.
gives his
Yeah.
blessing. Nay.
He's Sam's best horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what if when they kissed in this episode? What if it cut to the horse and the horse was like, "Heck yeah."
That's the stuff.
So I'm anticipating and hoping for a wedding because Win Colsard's ruined my life.
Fair.
And I think everything's leading to
Fair.
a wedding or proposal. All right, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking this whole thing, but I will say that this is all leading to them needing to go back to the 1800s one time. I'm just saying. I feel like for some
that's
reason
still on the table.
they're
Yeah.
popping in real quick, and that's the only way to make this show worse. And I think they're going to make it happen for you, Brian.
I still feel like everything that they're doing and setting up.
But if you
would
want to
make
connect all the Landrys, which is what they're trying to do, and all the good ones, they gotta do it.
Sam and Del are going to get married in the 1800s.
Wow. And her great grandfather will be horse at that point.
Yeah.
100%. We did, everybody. Congratulations to us. We're almost to the final
3 episodes, baby.
The final everything's a countdown to something. And that's what you need to know. So come on back. The countdown has started. We'll be back next week. But another countdown is simultaneously going on because we're going to be back tomorrow.
For something else.
And then another countdown for when we see you again first next
closing time.
Monday.
Yes.
So lots of layers here. So come on back for that. Until then, maybe the first to wish you Merry Christmas.
Whenever you're ready. Deck the Hallmark is a Bramble Jam podcast. It's produced by Brandon Gray and at Greenville, South Carolina. For more information, go to deckthehallmark.com. Follow us on the socials @Deck the Hallmark. Also, leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Help others find the show. Head on over to BrambleJamPlus.com. Best Facebook community. Ad-free podcasting, live video watch-alongs, movie chats. Help support the podcast financially. So much more. Do it right now. BrambleJamPlus.com.